How's it going, man?
Pretty good.
Where's your dad at?
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, well, do you have the keys to the BMW?
Of course.
Well, let's just take it. We got to do the video anyway.
Okay.
Well, that was easy.
Oh, yeah. You know, most people, they don't order their M3 quite like this. The sticker on this M3, I think, is roughly 130, which I've never seen an M3 ordered quite like this. I mean, you have the 4-spoke exhaust, which is absolutely incredible, and it has a great sound to it. You have these awesome carbon bucket seats, which they really hug you, I'll tell you that. It feels like whenever I'm going through the corners, what you really want out of like a high performance seat like this is you don't want to see me swaying around a bunch. You don't want to see me going like this. And I'll tell you, these buckets really hold me in tight, which is really awesome. Of course, you have it in the San Paulo yellow, which is it's a stunning color. I mean, I've seen these BMWs in the Laguna Seca blue and stuff like that, and that's really pretty. But something about this yellow, it's really eye grabbing. And I think when you spec out a BMW like this with this much carbon fiber and the loud exhaust, you just want it to be really aggressive and you want it to be eye catching. And this color really helps it just grab people's attention. Roughly about the specs of this car, I mean, it is powered by the S58 motor, which, what I can tell so far, it is BMW's new motor, but so far, I mean, from the factory, it is amazing. I know BMWs are always going to be a part of tuner culture, so there's going to be a lot of stuff people are going to want to do to these engines.
Today, I'm tuning a 2017 BMW M3.
And I have a really good feeling that from the factory, if people are going to want to tune these things, like I know BMW tuners will, I think they can get a lot of horsepower out of this car, out of like the stock internals, which is really important. I think BMW knew their audience with this car. They knew that people who were buying this car weren't just going to be the average daily driver. They're people that were tuning it, taking it to the track, taking it to car meets.
What's sad is that's
Man,
with a gimbal.
That is so much fun.
I mean, I think being able to tune it and modify it, I mean, I know your dad's already got plans to make this thing pretty crazy as well. Do you know any of the stuff he's trying to do with it?
Yeah, so from what I know so far, of course, I've been in college, so I'm a little bit out of the loop, but he's kind of caught me a little bit up to speed. He's sending it off to CES Tuning, and basically they send the car off, and they're going to do downpipe, intake, and then just an overall tune. I think when you tune a car like this, there's typically 3 stages, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. I believe he's taking this thing to stage 3. And what stage 3 is going to do, it's going to add about 150 horsepower to the car. It's already a very, very fast car, sending about 500 horsepower to the wheels. And when you take this car to about 700 horsepower, it's going to be a flame-spitting monster that is going to be so much fun to drive, but also it's going to take a real driver to be able to drive that car at that level. But I think it's going to make everything great about this car even better.
So when that happens, are you going to be the only Henry that's allowed to drive it?
Oh God, I mean, I think this thing, as it is perfect, and I think at that level, I think it's going to scare me too.
How does it compare to your brother's M3?
Oh gosh. Well, my brother, he had a 2016 M3. It was a gorgeous car. He loved it. It was a manual. And I thought that car was really, really quick when I got in it, especially for a manual. You know, coming from my Supra, that's also a quick manual. And I thought his M3 just did a great job. However, this is just not the same kind of car. I mean, of course, it's going to, be a couple of years newer, which makes a big difference. But he didn't have all this luxury that we also have in this car. You know, his car had a cloth seats and stuff. It didn't have these buckets. It didn't have this amazing screen up here. It didn't have stuff like, usually on M3s, this is vinyl up here. This whole entire dash is all leather. And it just, it's really nice to the touch. Also, his car did not make 550 horsepower from the factory. I know, that's the thing about this car, is you can't really do it justice talking about it over video. It's a car you gotta see in person. It's a car you gotta drive. Because at the end of the day, it is a driver's car. And I think that to really experience everything and be able to grasp just the artwork that is this car, you have to be in person with it, and you have to take it on a track. I mean, these roads like this aren't gonna do this car justice. You can't get the full capability out of this car on a street. But on a track, I think this thing would just be everything you'd want out of a race car, basically. As close as you can get to it from the factory, which is the craziest thing is, the fact that you can order this car from the factory like this is insane. And I think most people, like, it's kind of a shame that they won't order a car like this, how we spec'd it from the factory. I think that, it makes a BMW way much better. I mean, you could take the money that you spend on this and you could go get a beautiful stock, probably low option 911. And there's nothing wrong with that car. I've been a Porsche guy my whole entire life. But why would you do that when you could go and spend the money on this and just make it absolutely perfect, get everything you want out of a car, and then more? Yeah, I will say, whenever I think BMW, I kind of just think like your economy, you know, lawyer dad who drives his nice M3, never takes it to the track, you know, just keeps it nice. This is not that. This car is the car that you're going to want to drive every single day, and when you're done driving it, you're going to want to take it to the track the next day and just go tear it up.
How different is it from just like a performance feel to your Supra? Because you have the new manual Supra as well.
Yeah, I will say, this car is a lot quicker than my Supra. I mean, my Supra, don't get it wrong, it's very fun to drive. The manual makes it an absolute blast up in Boone, hitting the parkway and stuff, but this car is just a lot quicker. I mean, it's got about 100 more horsepower. This transmission is absolutely amazing. I mean, going through the gears, it is just so responsive, and that's exactly what you want from a car like this. You want a driver-oriented car that's going to be responsive to every single input you do, and this car does that.
So much quicker than she was your dad. I mean, we still got daylight out.
What did you expect, right?
So when are we gonna do this again?
I'm hoping pretty soon. I mean, we got some options in here. Got the Supra, the Bronco, and we could always take gas. We could ignore the little adventure bike stuff, or you know, just screw that. Just do one of the Ferraris.
Hey, what's up, guys? What are y'all doing?
Nothing much.